channel. This is Anna's Aqua Home, where I sew, craft, and DIY. I love making handmade items for my house and also to give away as gifts. Today I'm doing something that I've only ever done once, and that is making like a floor mat or like a doormat. This isn't going to be a very heavy duty one. It's more going to be like for decoration and light use. But I saw a picture on Pinterest, and I'll link that here and show you kind of what I'm going for. So I want to do like a leaf floor mat. Some people call these like baby mats, and they'd be like really cute baby changing stations, or like a bath mat almost. That would be really cute as well. So that's what I'm going for. The ones that I've seen have used solid colors. I don't have a ton of green, and I don't have a ton of solid colors. They're mostly small pieces, and I want this to be pretty big. So I found this green, and it does have a pattern, but it's a really light pattern. Get out the shadows. So that is what I'm going to be using. I've got a whole bunch, several yards, so I definitely won't be running out, and I'll also be using what I have. I'm just going to be using this fabric on the front and the back. So my plan is just to cut out a big leaf shape and then layer it together and sew it up. So I hope you'll watch this video with me, get some ideas for something you can make for your own home. Okay, so I just cut it out, and it's too big to kind of fit in the camera and show you the shape. So here's the shape. It's pretty much, it's like a leaf is what I'm going for. So it's kind of like elongated heart shape, but I cut two pieces of the green fabric and one piece of this batting. I'm just using a polyester batting. It's not super thick. It's pretty thin. It feels thick, but then once you like undo it, it's actually really thin. So I think that's going to be really nice. But you can use whatever batting size you want. Cotton, polyester, I don't think it would make a difference. So here's my big leaf. Just picture it like 2 foot by 3 foot. I didn't really measure. And then my plan is to put some quilting on it like that to really give it that leaf shape. I did not do a leaf stem on it, so I'm really hoping that I don't regret that. Maybe it should have a leaf stem. I don't know. Tell me whether you would include a stem in the comments or not. So I cut it all out. Now I'm going to layer it together so that I can sew the edges. And the way you want to layer it is you want to layer it so that it's the green fabric right sides together, so the pretty sides of the green fabric together, and then the batting on the outside. Here I am putting both sides together. I started with the batting on the bottom and then the two right sides together. I like sewing with the batting towards the feed dogs on the bottom and sewing with the fabric up top, but you can do either way. I sewed all the way around with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, so I did leave a little bit more than the 1/4 of an inch that I usually do. And remember to leave a 3 to 4 inch opening so that we can turn this right side out. There's my opening, and then I had to trim off all of the excess batting. I could have done this before, but the batting moves a little bit during, so just trimming it off afterwards and leaving a little bit extra while you're sewing worked well for me. After I wrestled with this thing to get it right side out, I went ahead and pinned it all the way around the edge. That way I was making sure nothing got tucked over and that it was completely pulled out and nice and flat. Once it was all pinned around the edge, I went ahead and sewed it with a 1/4 of an inch top stitch around all the edges. I also took an invisible pen and marked right down the center, and that was my first
quilting. That's what all the stems on the leaf were going to connect to. I went ahead and traced out where I thought I wanted the little leaf segments to be. I ended up changing that and not going with what I had originally planned. But that's the good thing with disappearing ink, is you can kind of sketch out what you think your plan is, and it can always change, because all you have to do is wait a little bit or get it wet and it's going to go away. Once I had sewn all the way around the edge and down the middle, I got my phone out to try to get some more inspiration pictures. I looked up the mat that I wanted to make and found a couple pictures of ones similar, and just tried to see which layout of the leaves I liked better, whether I liked them very symmetrical and very close together, or whether I liked them sporadic and farther apart. So I just kept looking at my phone just to get inspiration and see what I really wanted to do, and then I jumped in and started quilting the leaf lines on this mat.
All right, I'm going to try to lift it up for you to see. Here is our finished mat. All right, it is double-sided. You could use either side. I really like the size of this. Again, it's like 2 foot by 3 foot, and you can really make it any size or any shape. So as you saw, I played around with the invisible ink, putting it on where I wanted to quilt it, and I debated going symmetrical like I did. The quilting is the same on both sides, or doing it like very random. But I went symmetrical just because that's the kind of person I am. It's really hard for me to do just random different ways. So I love how this turned out. Again, this is just cotton material, so it's not like it's going to hold up to a whole bunch of use. But I'm going to put this right in front of my laundry room. Again, my laundry room isn't a high traffic area. It's just my husband and I. So I'm going to put that right there, and I'll take a picture and show you where it's going to go. But this is just so cute. One thing I want to mention is that it could be slippery depending on what flooring type you have. So I didn't put any like non-slip stuff on the other side. You could certainly do that. They do make non-slip stuff, or I saw a hack where you take a hot glue gun and you put little dots on your fabric, and that turns it into non-slip. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with that, so I'm going to skip this step and use it as is. But what do you think? Would you use this as a doormat? Would you use it as a bath mat? Would you use it as a child's play mat? There are so many different things. It was super easy to make. It did not take me long at all, and I absolutely love it. I could imagine this in like a dark green would be really, really pretty. This is like a big palm tree leaf shape, but there are tons of different leaf shapes that you can use. So let me know if I should make some more to give away as gifts, or for different parts of my house, if I should try any different colors. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.